Welcome to Coastal Cooking with your host, Carmela Campbell. Coastal Cooking brings you the Gulf Coast's finest chefs cooking their delicious recipes with all natural gas. This show is brought to you by Pensacola Energy, clean, efficient, natural gas. And now, Coastal Cooking.
My guests today are from Jackson's Restaurant. Joining me is Irv Miller, Executive
Hi,
Chef.
Carmela. How are you today?
Wonderful
Thanks
having
for having
you
us.
back. Love having you back. And he brought along
Our chef de cuisine.
Jason Perry.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Welcome. This is your TV debut.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, don't be too nervous.
I'll be all right.
You'll do great. Irv, tell us what is on the menu for us today.
Absolutely. I'm actually starting with the second course, getting the Creole sauce going. And we'll come back to that in a little bit. It has some
Okay.
creamy crab, and we're going to make some béarnaise sauce to go with that, kind of Louisiana style. And then Jason's going to make some chiapino, or chipino,
Chipino.
Gulf Coast style. So, and then if we have time, we'll come back and do a little bit of flambe dessert on some pecan cake.
I think we're going to make time for that.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us.
Well,
what
I'm
are
just
we doing
making a
first?
traditional style Creole sauce with the onions and peppers and celery and garlic, a little trinity. And then, so I have a little bit of onions already starting, and I'm just going to put a little bit of garlic in there, and a little bit of bell pepper. And let's see what else we got here. Onion, celery, bell pepper. And then we just kind of saute that up a little bit until it kind of gets translucent. Some of the flavor starts to come out. You can smell the garlic. It smells great.
Sure does.
And then I'm going to add some fresh tomato, some what we call a little bit of tomato concassé, where it's been seeded and skinned and it's chopped up.
So that's what concassé
Concassé,
means?
it's a French term.
Okay.
But you know, Louisiana French, so you know, it's just what they
Fits
do,
right
it's who
in.
they are. So that's the history with the Louisiana Creole and Acadian. So we're doing more of a Creole, of course, with the tomatoes today. And I just want to say how happy I am that Chef Jason is here with us today.
Me too.
Jason
I'm
is,
excited.
does a fabulous job
He's
for us
been
at
with you
Jackson's.
for
6 years?
6.5 years
6.5
now.
years.
Yep.
Well, you
6.5
are learning
years.
from one of the best.
Absolutely.
So,
I couldn't do it without him.
well, I know. Because I know how busy you are.
Well, it's just
With so many different
it's crazy
things.
busy, which
It
is a good thing.
It is a good thing. But when you've got a great right-hand man, you can do so much more.
Absolutely. So let me just come back to this real quick because I know we
Okay.
have a lot to cover today. So once we have the tomatoes incorporated into there, we're just going to kind of bring it all together. We've got a little tomato sauce, and then we're just going to mix that in with it. And of course, I've got some spices here. We'll put a little bay leaf in there. Just one's probably enough. A little bit of granulated garlic, some oregano, a little bit of Spanish sweet smoky Spanish paprika, a little bit of cumin, and just a little bit of cayenne. We don't want to have it too hot. Okay, so those are our spices. And now what we need to do is just let this kind of come together. And it takes about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, so that's why I started it
Okay.
now. And then, a couple other things I almost forgot. Just a little bit of Louisiana hot sauce. You could use Tabasco or some other sauce if you like. And then, of course, a little bit of Worcestershire. And then on the end, if you want to, we could add a little Italian style, a little bit of orange zest in there. But right now, we're just going to leave it.
Okay. And that's just going to cook down a little bit.
That's correct.
Okay.
It's all yours, Jason.
All right. Well, I'm going to make this Fisherman's Gulf Coast Chipino. I shaved down some fennel bulb. I got a nice hot pan. I'm
Let
gonna
me
start-
switch places with you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to start with some hot olive oil.
Now,
I'll-
what is chipino? gentlemen?
Chipino, you know, there's a couple different meanings going around. I read that it originated in San Francisco by the Italian immigrants that would come off the boats and have their fresh seafood.
That's correct.
That makes sense.
We understand that it may have hailed from Italy.
Uh-huh.
But could mean, I think the Italian word for chopped is cipina. Cipina? I don't know. I can't speak Italian.
Yeah.
But it sounds close to chop, and it sounds close to ciapino.
Okay.
Means chopped up. So that's one of the schools.
Okay.
All
And the
right.
Italian immigrants came from Italy, so there you
Absolutely. There you go.
go. There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to throw in my shaved fennel. Excuse me.
Oh, and I love fennel.
Absolutely.
What does fennel taste like, Chef?
Fennel's licorice,
Nice.
not the glove.
Yeah, let's
All
put
right.
those away.
Let's start with the fennel.
So you shaved it in the bulb, of course,
Yes, ma'am.
just
there's a core.
to give it a little bit of,
We don't want to slice it real thick just because you don't want a big old slice of
right.
fennel in your
It's easier to
zucchini.
eat.
Absolutely.
This.
Very
Okay.
subtle licorice flavor it should have. Just enough to highlight the sauce.
Okay.
But
Without
you
overbearing
will
it.
probably also need to get some things going
Yep.
as well.
I'm also going to throw in my clams, which are Cedar Key clams.
So those clams are actually, if anybody doesn't know, those are our farm-raised clam.
Okay.
And they come from around Cape San Blas area. And they're just very nice, very, very simple, very small, very flavorful.
Delicious.
Wait for the mussels.
So we've got a variety of different seafood that's going
Yes,
in
ma'am.
this.
I've got some Prince Edward Island mussels, some Port St. Joseph shrimp, some fresh Gulf grouper, and fresh Gulf snapper.
There you go.
Great variety.
Yes, ma'am.
So you could probably throw a few more things in there too if you want to get it going.
I'm going to throw the mussels in.
You would be surprised how fast time flies while we're on
That's
here.
right.
All right, so we got the mussels. I'm going to cover it
Okay.
just so that the clams can steam and open up a little bit.
Okay.
You want to put a little sauce in there too? Maybe just to help it steam open a little bit.
Let me get a little water.
And your sauce is looking great.
It's coming along nice. Doesn't take very long.
So
Just to create a little steam.
with the mussels and clams, of course, you want those to be closed, and they,
Yes, ma'am.
when they open, they're cooked. Correct?
Yes, ma'am. Mussels don't take too long, but the clams will take just a little bit. Probably.
And honestly, if the clams don't open up, we sometimes help them along a little bit. Sometimes we even steam them in advance so they open up and we make sure that they actually get open. But I would continue on with even though they're not open, they
Let's
will
continue.
open. Yeah.
So let's start with, I have a nice soft shell crab I'm going to throw in here.
Now, it's not soft shell crab season, but we did find a good quality frozen one, and that's real important to do. If it's not molting season, which is more like in August in that area, you want to use a really reliable source for soft shell crab, someone who you know has collected them and put them up and handled them responsibly. But there's some good quality ones out there.
Okay, that's good to know.
Or fresh crab is even better. We like to take the crabs and just break them and throw them in the pan. Yeah, and just cook them and then come back and take the meat out of the shell kind of thing.
All right, so
I love this dish because you do get a variety of seafood.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
So I have my Port St. Joe shrimp. I'm going to turn this pan up just a little bit more. I got the grouper and the mussels, or the grouper and the snapper is going to go in about when everything else is about halfway cooked.
Okay.
So I've got grouper now.
Any firm fish is really, really fine with this. Triggerfish is an awesome fish for this recipe. Cobia would be an excellent choice for this recipe. And the more delicate fish, you could add in last, like the snapper that we have today.
Now I'm going to have I have a tomato fennel broth.
You want to tell them what's in that broth?
Yes, we have cooked down the fennel and onions, and we deglaze with the red wine and clam broth. And we throw in tomato sauce, and we blend it all up and strain it out.
But that's kind of the
And that's
shortcut
where we're
that
at
we
right
do
here.
for the restaurant.
Yes,
So,
sir.
but actually, you could at this point you could add some red wine, some clam juice, some seafood
wine.
broth, some white wine, and then you would actually get more steaming action going on.
So I'm going to add my broth. And my fresh,
So if you love seafood, you're going to love this. Wow.
I have some chopped flat leaf parsley and basil. Give
There's
that a
your
little
color.
stir.
It's starting to look really good.
Oh, it looks great.
And I'm going to put the lid on.
You know what? I think while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start the garlic
bread.
butter for the
Okay,
bread.
should we
Yeah.
take a break right here?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
And then we can come back and do that.
I think that sounds great. Don't
good.
go away. We'll be right back.
Did you know that BTU for BTU natural gas can be up to 50% cheaper than electricity? And did you know Pensacola Energy is offering rebates up to $1,000 when you switch from an electric water heater to natural gas? Plus, you'll receive up to $300 in federal income tax credit. In the end, it's your money. You can put it in your pocket, or you can watch it go down the drain. Contact Pensacola Energy to learn how you can start saving now.
Recreate the true taste of Pensacola in your own kitchen with the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook from ESP Natural Gas. This award-winning hardcover cookbook is packed with more than 200 mouth-watering recipes from Pensacola's top chefs. The Fiesta Seafood Cookbook is only $19.95 and is perfect for gift-giving and creating memorable meals for family and friends. Proceeds from cookbook sales benefit the Escambia Utility Assistance Program. Order your copy today at espnaturalgas.com or call 850-474-5300.
Welcome back. Our cioppino is ready.
Looks
Ooh,
like
it
the
looks-
clams have opened up
Great.
very nicely.
They look awesome.
I'm gonna get my bowl here, start plating my clams, mussels.
What a
All
beautiful
right.
dish.
Get
Chock
those all
full of
around.
Seafood.
All the seafood and just pour it all. Alright.
Nice,
There.
nice.
Oh, wow.
Soft shell crab on top. Got the fennel.
Beautiful.
So while you're doing that, I guess I'll explain how I made the garlic butter. Really quick, I used the food processor, and you don't have to use a food processor, you could just use softened butter. And I put some basil, some fresh Pecorino Romano cheese in there, some hot peppers. You know, you could add a splash of vinegar or something if you like. And then you just take it, and I just like this consistency, you know, and you just spread it. And then I popped one in the oven already.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
just
this
gonna pull it out.
dish cries for bread.
Oh, it does.
With
It does.
all the great
Absolutely.
sauce.
Just going to cut this in half real quick,
Sopping is allowed.
Absolutely.
and this really sets it off.
Oh, how nice.
So now
Great
we're in Italy, we're in
job.
San Francisco, but we're on the Gulf of Mexico.
Right.
Okay, so I know we have a lot of material here to continue on to cover
Okay.
to get it all in the time frame. Jason is breading up eggplant. We're going to fry some eggplant, and then we're going to let Jason start his béarnaise sauce. You don't need that, do you?
Nope.
Okay.
There's your eggplant
All
breaded.
right. So what we've done is we floured the eggplant, cut them into thick medallions, and then we run it through a little bit of buttermilk wash, and then we put it into some cracker meal. Is that split with
Yes, sir.
anything else? Just straight cracker
This is
meal.
straight cracker meal,
Okay.
seasoned, salt and pepper.
And I'm just going to skillet fry these. Won't take long.
Till they're
have
just
my-
brown
here
and
you go.
crisp.
Can I have my red wine reduction over there, Chef?
You sure can. I think I moved it right there.
Right there.
Oh, absolutely. And let me explain what this is. This is a reduction of vinegar and shallots and tarragon, and we're making a quick béarnaise. And wish us the best of luck on this. Here we go. Jason's going to add the egg yolks to it, and we need to add just like a little splash of water too. And then we're going to try and bring it up. We're going to bring it up kind of quickly. And if it doesn't work in this double boiler here, we'll probably put it over direct heat. And you
Okay.
probably want to hold that so it doesn't rattle.
What type of vinegar did you use?
It's red wine vinegar.
Red wine vinegar.
You can certainly
Okay.
change that up if you want.
Okay.
I'm going to borrow this just for a second.
Our eggplant looks good.
So the eggplant's coming along nicely.
You need to turn that up?
Yeah, if you could turn that up just a shade, that'd be great.
With natural gas.
I love
Nothing
I
to
love
it.
the Gulf Coast Gioppino. It's
How beautiful
really
does that look?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
indicative of who we are and what we do. So
Is that too high?
No, that's
Kirk?
good.
Is that
That's good.
Okay.
oh, it's perfect.
Great.
It's perfect.
Are these
Jeff-
dishes on your menu?
Well, this is actually going to be on our next menu in the spring,
Okay.
but only I think we're going to grill them. We're gonna
Oh.
try and do something a little lighter.
Good.
But this is kind of Louisiana inspired, which would be like fried. So
Okay.
just followed through with that. You want to do it over direct heat?
Yep.
Okay. That's Strohmount's done professional style.
All right.
All right. See, in the double boiler, you can control the heat more, but in this method, you really have to be very careful on how much you're over fire and how much heat
Can we turn
you're
that flame
actually-
down just a
Sure.
little bit, please?
Let's go to simmer.
Need
Is that
a little
good?
work.
But we did
Perfect.
this in cooking class last time, and Jason, I think it was the first time Jason was worried about if we could pull it off. I'm like, dude, just start making it. Let's go.
And it worked out.
And it
Pull
worked out
together
absolutely
See?
fine.
in no time.
It always does somehow.
So yeah, as soon as he makes that, we're going to, I'm going to add a little bit of crab, jumbo lump crab to that from Bayou Battery, and we're going to just cream that just a little bit because the cream is already thickened and reduced.
Okay.
We're just going to coat the crab, and then we're going to take some of this great Creole sauce and do a little plating action over there. I think the eggplants are perfectly done. Be careful, I don't want to splash you. That wouldn't be good.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to move this big pan too.
Okay, turn that flame and my flame.
How's it going there, Jason?
Perfect. I'm about to add
Good.
the butter.
If you could give me
You want
just a little heat over here,
heat?
that'd be great.
Is it good?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right. Little crab.
You have your,
Oh, you got your butter already added to that?
not yet.
Okay.
There's your crab.
All right.
So what's in here, Irv?
This is just cream and shallots. Heavy
Okay.
whipping cream. We use 40% cream. It's a little bit richer.
And just let it thicken.
Yeah, and you know crab meat is already cooked, so jumbo lump is the best way to go. And we're just gonna warm it up in it. If you could turn that
that
on
one?
just a little bit.
If I could just have you slowly
Sure.
drizzle this
I'll do
in
it
for
for you.
me. We're making the emulsion, so we're just trying to get this clarified butter incorporated into the egg yolks.
And just keep whisking.
And I'm gonna add a little bit more water.
And that's the secret agent right there. Water. It helps release the surface tension so the eggs can absorb more of the butter, the
Okay.
fat. Yep. So we don't need too much, so that's a good thing. Shall we do just a little more?
A little more. Okay.
Looks beautiful.
Perfect.
There you go, Chef.
Thank you.
I would call that
I think so. We're gonna
All right, let's
season.
let's
we're
plate
gonna
this
season
up.
with a little salt and pepper.
Sure. Here you go. Season the crab if you would too. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pass this over to you since you're already over there.
So I'm gonna take the Creole sauce and just go right in the middle of the plate.
And like you said, just a pinch of cayenne.
Just a pinch. Grab these eggplant medallions.
Turn it up just a
Top
shade.
it there.
here.
Yep. Thank you, dear. And do you have a slotted spoon? Anything you could use like
I
that?
do.
Okay. And I'll continue reducing while you do the first layer. Let's do a layer.
A
And
layer?
then another layer. Sure.
Creole sauce again.
No, crab.
Okay.
And then another eggplant.